Good afternoon, Oklahoma City. How we doing? Guys, excited?
Yeah.
I don't hear it. I said, are you guys excited? Yes, excited to be inside and not out there in the tornado. So if we, anybody from here?
Yep.
Yes.
So what do we do? Like, let's just say the siren goes off. What do we do? Nothing. Who said nothing? Just nothing. Okay. That's good.
Wait till you actually see. No windows.
All right. So I'm really excited for our next guest. By the way, there is a live microphone right here. So if you guys have questions, please don't make us regret it. That's what our next guest is here for. So please, with no further ado, help me welcome you know from It, Shazam, Luca, and more. Please help me welcome Jack Dylan Grazer.
Hi guys. Hi. Happy today? Woo! Happy day. Scared of tornadoes or not?
Hi.
No, where were we? We're in Oklahoma. It's like Tornado City, huh? You guys are trying to do this. Sounds clear and crisp. Take this out. I don't want to do this back for y'all. Oh, John, crazy guy. Just chill in here, Jack.
See? Don't make us regret it.
Don't make me regret things. I hate that feeling.
I was talking to somebody earlier, and I said, okay, right, they were local, and I said, they said that there is a weather watch, like that. They didn't even say like tornado watch. It's just a weather watch, right? And right, so, and I was like, so what does that mean? And they said, well, it could mean that there's nothing happen. Could mean that it could rain, maybe a little bit of storm, or the building is going to fly away. One of those options.
Okay.
Yeah, just you get one of those.
Okay, good. Good to know.
Yeah, so at least we're
What are you
all
hoping
together.
for? What are we all hoping for? Building swept away? Yeah. Super cool. There's somewhere cool like Oz or I don't know. Texas? Just kidding. Texas sucks. We're Oklahoma. Not really Oklahoma. Hey, Texas. So yeah, Texas, you big state. You suck. Crazy.
What, have you been here?
No.
No, this is your first time.
I have not. My first time in Oklahoma City. It's a cool state.
Have you gotten a
Shape
chance?
cool.
Have you gotten a chance to do anything, see anything, eat anywhere?
You had gator nuggets or something, gator chunks or something, something horrible. Oh, but you know what I do want to have, which I'm yet to have in my life, but I've always been curious about, is Rocky Mountain oysters or whatever. What do you call them here? What are they called? Yeah, that. Kind of curious. I mean, people say they're good, but I mean, the premise, I'll spare the children, but the premise of Rocky Mountain oysters is sort of evil.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good.
Maybe
You wouldn't indulge in them?
I don't know if I would. I don't know. I never have.
Yeah.
So never say never, right?
I'd never have and I never have. I'd never, yeah.
I
I'd never have. Or I'd never, yeah, whatever. Please move on.
So as I told you earlier, last week I had the opportunity to go to Pixar Fest in Disneyland. Has anybody seen any of the stuff from Pixar Fest from Disneyland that's going on?
Yeah.
You have to check it out. One of the things that they did at Pixar Fest was they debuted a brand new meet and greet character. Anybody want to take guesses on who that character might have been?
Alberto Scorbano!
So Luca and Alberto, how cool is that there is a character, a meet and greet Disney character that you brought to life?
It's so cool, dude. It's so crazy. I remember, oh my god. Firstly, I remember when I got the part, I never really gauge or calibrate the insanity that comes from the movies that I do sometimes. Luca was incredible. Got nominated for an Oscar, which is like, that's awesome. And then, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, I got a Happy Meal toy. And I got the most, by the way, I'm not gonna try to brag or just be not a good person, but I got the most money I've ever received in my life from McDonald's for being a Happy Meal toy. That's why I live in Nashville now. I bought a substantial house. I was living in Los Angeles for my whole life pretty much. And you don't really make money being an actor, by the way. So when people assume that I'm a big, rich, awesome debutante or whatever, princess, I'm not. I don't have that infinite funds. I joke that I do. I like to tell people, mainly women, that I have infinite funds. And they don't believe me when my card gets declined at Cheesecake Factory. But I try. And McDonald's, thank you, because I was able to buy a house with that money. McDonald's.
That's awesome.
Are there other action figures, toys, accessories?
Lego! I was a Lego too.
You were a Lego?
I was a Lego. That was my dream as a kid. I wanted to be a Lego before I became, I got an Oscar. I don't really give a crap about an Oscar. The movies I do, I'm not getting any Oscars. Anytime soon. But I was a Lego. But I will say this, it's kind of sucky. I'm not trying to be like beggar cave and choosers or whatever. But the Lego that I was, you ever played with the Lego Indiana Jones? Anybody?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, it's short round. He's got like the legs that don't move. I'm the only one in the Losers Club that's a Lego with the legs that don't move. What the heck? Because what, I'm supposed to... Also, one time I tried to guess like myself on, you know what Akinator is? Yeah. You know what that is? Stupid. Anyway, I tried to guess myself and then it was like, is this person known as the shortest of their group? Yes? And then, yeah, you got it immediately after. Oh, it's Jack Dylan Grazer. Akinator. Subtly roasting me as well.
Are there other things like posters or things like that that have come out from Shazam, from Lucas, some of your other projects do you have a collection of that stuff, or you don't want to, seem too braggadocious and have that stuff?
Braggadocious, expertcalifragilistic. I am all of those. Supercalifragilistic. I do have some posters from it and We Are Who We Are, but I have a cinema in my. It's a cool. I call it the Blue Room. It's where I play NHL and watch movies. Cool times. And then there's some movie posters there. Oh yeah, I got me myself an eye poster with everybody's signature on it, and it poster with everybody's signature. I have my pop figure from Luca and from Shazam. I got Adam Brody, I guess, because I never got to wear the suit. Adam Brody did. You little man. Filling in my shoes.
Speaking of, you've done several projects where there are older, bigger versions of you.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
I named just 3, yeah. It 2, I guess. So
yeah.
Shazam and Me, Myself, and I.
Yeah. Is that? I guess you're only.
Beautiful Boy too, I guess. I played younger Timothy.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you only get to do half. You only do half the work.
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah. It's very easy.
But
the afterthoughts and stuff.
I guess you get to kind of see what other people
That's
assume.
cool though. That's fun. The best I think who's the best at it was probably PJ Ransone or James Ransone for it too.
From it too, yeah.
Yeah, dude, he was superb. Also, we're very similar in he's a weird guy. He's very weird, and I'm very weird. And we got along very well. Weird people get along well. That's why I get along with all of you so well. Weird. Otherwise, why would we come to a convention? We're all just weirdos.
Exactly.
Very uncomfortable people. Okay.
Did you ever get a chance before you got into the industry to come to conventions?
I went to one. Yeah, in California a long time ago. Some really, really weird horror convention. But it's something that I would go to now, But my first ever time at a convention was I went to San Diego Comic-Con for it. And that was a crazy experience. The panel and everything, we were just joking around and messing with each other. It was fun.
It was something,
I miss doing cons with the kids. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe
I want to get him back to doing another one. That'd be cool.
maybe make some phone calls.
Yeah, make some phone calls.
Let's call them right now.
Yeah, should I call one right now? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna call Finn. I'm gonna call Finn. He's not gonna answer because he knew he was gonna be good. He also would hate if I did that. Let's call Wyatt because he's kind of good. Wyatt's fun. Or Jaden. No, Jaden's working. Jaden's working in Dallas. Screw Dallas. Right? Am I right? Someone told me to do this today, and then we posted it. Thank you. Is that okay?
What?
That was okay? Okay to do that?
Yeah.
I'm down with it. Yeah. Screw. Yeah. Why all the... Wait, just wait. He might say something bad though. Like, maybe he'll call me like a bad word. No, but maybe he'll cancel it. He's saying really messed up stuff. What do you call me? Okay, next we called before to do unbelievable message. Hey, there's a new one. Have you guys been hearing this new one? Like, if they answer the phone, like iPhones are becoming answering machines now. Dude, you start leaving a message and then the person answers the phone.
No.
Is that not happening yet?
No.
It's been happening. You got that? Weird.
It gives you the text too. Like if you send it the voicemail,
Yeah.
it gives you the text is what they're saying.
What the heck?
It's usually what it
That's
picks
kind of
up.
cool, but it's like an answering machine. Remember those? Love that joke.
Caller ID.
Yeah.
A little separate little plug-in.
Or beep, boop, boop, beep. This number is fake. And you're like, what? She lied? That makes sense.
Now, you mentioned you have your room. Something that I learned from a friend of mine this weekend, but you were actually a big hockey fan.
Yes. Love hockey so much, but only as of really recently. Maybe a year ago, I was in New York with Wyatt. I was staying with Wyatt. We were having a blast. We decided that we weren't masculine enough as just men or people. We're like, we gotta develop that, man. We gotta start eating more hot dogs and like smoking cigarettes and following hockey or a sport, just any sport. We don't follow any sports. I just like download the ESPN app on my phone. So if I'm feeling awkward at a party or something, I'll take out my phone and be like, sports. Sports are going crazy. It's like, oh my god, the guy scored a goal in golf. And I'll just read stats or whatever. But then I accidentally became obsessed with hockey. I was like, this is like a fun, so much theatrical. You get to fight, there's like cool costumes, there's like cool words like Donnie Brooks is a guy, and then they take the gloves off and fight. Also, we like learned we watch like YouTube tutorials all day, like how to understand hockey. And then we just chose to like it. It's also and then I realized you can just choose to like stuff. You can make choices about a lot of stuff. Like, choosing to be scared of a tornado, you can be scared. There's other things in life for choosing decisions. Anyway, now I love hockey and I love the Rangers and I love the Predators. The Predators. They don't do that. I just did that. I won't do it again, don't worry.
Yeah, so Nashville, you gonna go to the Predator games?
Dude, I went to the craziest game ever. I went to a game versus there's Predators and the Minnesota Wild, and they beat them 11-6. It's so cool. The Predators beat them. It's so cool when you give them when there's more than 10 goals in a game of hockey. It's like that's an awesome night. That's an awesome night. That's very rare.
Do you find yourself when you're in a conversation with somebody, be like, hold on, I legitimately have to check the score?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, okay. So recently, this is sort of you guys are all like family to me, I guess at this point. You're all strangers, but consider you family. Grow up around people, strangers. I was on a date recently, and I was being a schmuck. It was really bad. There was a TV behind her, and she was very sweet. But I still talk to her though. It's fine. Everything's fine. But I kept looking over her shoulder, and I'm not this guy. I've never been this guy. I've never been a sports guy. So now I feel like I used to be like, oh, I'm a special kind of guy. Like I'm like different than most guys. I'm more feminine. I like theater. I wear leopard print shoes. But now I'm finding that sometimes I just want to. I'm just like the next guy. I want to sit in my blue room and watch Rangers game, put my hand in my pants, and eat pretzels. I'm just like, I'm a guy, and it's breaking my heart. Like, what have I done to myself? I've become a man. And I'll never go back. It's miserable. Anyway, I was looking at the game the whole day, and I was like, yes. Oh wow, you're from Philadelphia. Awesome. No. Yes, you're beautiful. And I kept going like. Hockey, go hockey teams.
Now you mentioned family. Now your family, you come from a line of those in the entertainment industry.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel any pressure when growing up to follow your dad's footsteps?
I mean, I had loved it. There wasn't really much pressure. Oh, by the way, you guys want a bunch of ducks? Here, we'll throw some ducks out.
Right here.
There's some ducks.
Right here.
Don't worry, I have more to throw later.
Oh, that was good.
Cool.
You get here.
You're the one. You guys get excited about stuff. I'm like a ringleader up here sometimes.
This is a sports.
Horns down.
Horns down.
Woo! Hey, where's Oklahoma's hockey team, by the way? That needs to happen. Like,
It's
what are they called?
The Sooners?
UCO hockey.
Yeah.
How are they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's an Oilers right here?
There used to be. I think they're gone.
Tulsa Oilers. What's that, like AHL?
What?
Yeah? Yeah, cool. Okay. My dad being whatever. My dad turned me on to a world of incredible movies. I grew up, my uncle would host Oscar parties while he'd be nominated for Oscars, and all these incredible people would go over after the Oscars, and I would come over and Meryl Streep was at his house, or Tom Hanks, and all these incredible people. So movies weren't just movies to me. They were like a world, like a kingdom that I got to be a part of. And although I was maybe a mere jester, I got to be in on the magic, and I saw the glory. And also, but I will say something about Hollywood. Hollywood is not the same as what it used to be. Hollywood feels like stupid now. I'm not a big fan. It used to be like decadent, red, velvet, satin, gold. It was just glorious, and there were like people like George Clooney and the Silver Fox thing, and like it was just magical. And women, it was just like magical. It was just something was magical about it. And so I had this vision, and my dad, when he picked me up from school sometimes, he was also a teamster. He was a director and a teamster and a sound guy. He did everything. And he'd pick me up from school sometimes in a semi-truck, as like a 16-wheeler or whatever. And he'd be like, "We gotta go back to set. I had to pick you up from school, but do your homework in the car or something. But I gotta go back to set." He was working on like shows on sound stages like at Warner Brothers or Sony or Universal or whatever. And so he'd take me around the office and show me the sound stages, and I got to see the sets, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" Like hospitals just right next to a house. And like, it was fascinating. So I loved movies, and I wanted to be a part of movies, and I'd pick up the props and like touch the fake fruit and be like, "Oh, it's fake, it's crazy." And so the way I perceived movies was like, it was like zenith of everything. It was a paramount.
Do you think that gave you an advantage over possible several younger actors who might not, you weren't starstruck because this was your life?
Oh, I got starstruck. I met Harrison Ford once at a restaurant, and I called him Dr. Jones. I was like 6, and I was like, "Dr. Jones, Mr. Jones, I'm my favorite, and I just love you." And he's like, "Oh, thanks, well, man. I'm Harrison Ford, actually. Come here." He doesn't sound like that. And, if he told me to come here, he would just like, tip his fedora.
Have you had that, not necessarily Harrison Ford, but have you had a similar feeling while doing these conventions?
Yeah! Sorry for yelling at you. Yes. A weird one was Bam Margera. Oh, Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry.
I love Jerry Lawler. I love wrestlers. Booker T was one that I had I freaking love Booker T. And Mick Foley's one of my favorite people. Now, I've got to meet him a while back, and he is one of the sweetest people. I loved all of his. I like Mankind. I love, what's the other one? Brother Love. Oh, no.
Jack, yeah, Dude Love.
Dude Love, sorry. Brother Love.
Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack, Mankind. Mick Foley. Awesome. Oh, Jim Cummings. I met him at the airport, actually going to a convention. He's like one of my heroes. Changed my life. I was able to go on his podcast. He invited me. It's just an honor. I love Jim Cummings.
Jim, I
Absolutely. And everybody. Freaking everybody.
He's everybody, right? Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
And Tigger too.
In Tigger too.
And Tigger too.
Oh.
Now, speaking of Jim Cummings and voice acting, and you've done both voice acting and live action.
Sure.
Do you have a preference over those two?
Good question.
Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome. Okay, well, I will say that voice acting is sort of easier. You don't have to memorize your lines. You just read them, and you can do it anywhere in the world, wherever you are. If I'm working on a live action movie, and I'm also simultaneously working on you just go. For example, I was in Italy. Get this, is an awesome story. I loved it so much. I love this. I was working in Italy, and that's why I was acting weird for a minute. I had a burp inside me. Sorry. I was working in Italy, and the movie I did called Wrong's Gone Wrong, and I was working on it for like 5 years. And they were like, "We need you to come in and record," because I had to keep re-recording because my voice was changing. And I started at maybe at 14. This was maybe when I was 16. So this is like, anyway, whatever. That's beside the point. They called me to Venice. To go to Venice, and like I took a water taxi. My first time in Venice. Took a water taxi. Went to this awesome recording studio that like Sophia Loren and Giacomo Puccini in like the 1800s went to. It was like some amazing castle with like a garden and great salami and mortadella and stracciatella, you know, magnificato spudere di granchio, you know the drill. And there's a cat, there's a one-eyed cat named Jack, which is also a Marlon Brando movie called One-Eyed Jack. I'm so sorry, I'm so bad at telling stories and staying on track. The point was you could do ADR or recording stuff anywhere in the world because there's recording studios all over the world.
Good story.
Thank you.
By the way, so we do have our mic here. If you all have questions, feel free to start lighting up. Now, you mentioned Oscars, and you said, "Oh, I'll never win an Oscar," but you do have an MTV Movie Award.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in. And I have an MTV award.
You do?
It's like a Razzie, yeah.
It's not a Razzie. No. MTV Awards were everything to me growing up.
Yeah.
Right? Anybody here watch the MTV Awards growing up? Absolutely.
Anybody here actually like watching the MTV Awards?
Yes.
Oh, nice, good.
Now, because you shared it with Best on Team Screen, did you get an individual trophy?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I don't know where it is.
I was.
I have no question. According to my mom, I have no respect for any of the things I've been given. Yeah. I gotta work on it. No, I do know where it is. It's in a box. In my music room. I use it as a musical instrument. I like bang it on the table and stuff.
As a percussion instrument.
Yeah. That's like there's like this thing inside it. It sounds like a maraca. I shook it so many times that it's just like little bits and pieces in there. Also, don't give it. I will say this. It's a really it's an illogical award. It's so heavy. The middle is actually not metal. It's like concrete with a paper around it, and the top is like painted metal. So maybe Oscars would be quality. I have to find out myself.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. I'm Emma. I had a question about Shazam. So I was a big fan of Zachary Levi, like my whole life growing up. I love Chuck.
Yes.
Were you also like a big fan of Zachary Levi? Like, were you excited to work with him, or was he not on your radar before Shazam?
I was excited to work with him, and then I met him.
Oh, right.
No, I love him. He's like a big brother to me. He bugs me a lot, but it's because he's got my best interest, and that bugs me. Because I think I have my best interest, but then anyway, he's a great person, and he's like he's got great words of wisdom and great advice and great scope on life. His experiences have shaped him. He's been shaping my life in a lot of good ways. I love him so much. And working with him is the most fun. We improvise so much together. I've upset David Sandberg a lot because David Sandberg, the director of Shazam, he's a great director, but maybe we bugged him. Like we never stuck to the script a lot of the time. We would also riff after he would say cut. No, he wouldn't say cut. It was after the scene would be done and he's supposed to say cut. We would just keep going and just talking and improvising and doing stuff for maybe 3 to 5 minutes. And he'd be like, okay. They'd be like, he's kind of sheepish sometimes. He'd be like, cut. Yeah. He's soft-spoken guy, Swedish. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
I got a shrink.
Buddy.
She took my question, so I have a backup one.
That was your question, really?
Yeah.
That was a specific question to steal. Okay.
So the backup one is,
Go.
when I've done acting, and I had a character that had to walk with a limp,
Yes.
sometimes I get so involved in the character vocally that I forget which side I was limping on. And I was wondering if you've ever had that problem, and
Yeah.
would you admit it? You know, so.
I will admit it, and it happened on the second one. They handed me it was amazing. So it had been like 2.5 years or something, and I was handed the cast. I mean the what is it, the crutch? And I took it and I was like, oh wait, what? And then I had like one of those things like, you know when you like don't know, you're like on your street or something weird happens in your body, you're like, wait, I have no idea like what direction is what direction also. Does that ever happen to you? That's
A lifetime.
Scary, right? I was on my street one time and then I realized, and then like it clicks automatically where you are, and you're like, what? These things look different. I don't know. It was like that kind of thing. Super cosmic adventure.
I feel much better now knowing that I'm not the only one.
You're welcome. Also, wait, I have a question. Clarifying question. How many times have you had to do that for roles? That's it. I mean, you said all the times that I had to do that.
Well, it would start off with practice where I would follow the old man from Tim Conway's skits and
Cool.
and do those old man tired skits. And
Yeah.
I would always have a limp to add to it, and then when I was asked to do it again, I would. Where was I? Was it?
Yeah.
So, and then Hope is the Thing with Feathers. No, sorry, Bury the Dead. I played Bevins, a slight character, and there was no real description for him, so I gave him a limp.
That's
And
awesome.
One night I came
That's
out
a cool thing to
limping
do.
on the right, and then the next night I came out limping on the left, and then my coach wanted to make me limp altogether.
I like that, man. It's a cool thing when you can be like, I'm gonna do this with this is not written into anything, I'm just going to do that. Is that okay? I did that with a movie I did recently. I said, I'm gonna have a lisp in this movie. He goes, what? Okay, but like how much of a lisp? I'm like this kind of a lisp, not like a super big deal. And he's like, okay. Okay. And I was like, yeah. So it's funny, right? It's not funny. He's like, I don't know yet. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, thank you. See you.
Okay, so you've done a lot of different films and stuff in a bunch of different genres.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite genre to do?
Want to see me do something really cool? Can you do this? Do you guys see what I just did? Did you see it?
It was impressive.
Maybe it's even better that you don't see it. My favorite genre of cake? What you say?
Favorite genre of movie that you've done?
Oh. Ooh. I don't know. I mean, I find, okay, I'm gonna have a really cool hot take, and it's kind of like I'm a cool, smart philosopher if I say this and do this. Like comedy and horror are actually quite similar. It's like about jazz, like it's about the notes you don't play. You know what I'm talking about? I'm such a pretentious guy. Yeah, comedy and horror probably, like, might be the only two genres I've actually maybe been in. Drama
Well, I
sometimes.
mean, you've done like kid stuff too with Luca
Yeah.
and stuff.
Luca, I love that. Oh, kids stuff makes me happy. You know why kids stuff makes me so happy? Because no offense to like adults and people that like me and are nice, it lightens my life and fulfills me so much to make children joyous
You're
and
not
laugh.
getting murdered on set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I love going to these things, and a kid is like loves watching me to hear me say the Luca thing or say Silencio Bruno. It makes like y'all are my favorite people. Sorry, no offense to everybody else, but these children are beautiful, and I cherish. I mean, wow, they lit up my life. So thank you. But I mean, thank you all for coming. It's really.
But also, if you're
Yeah,
looking
okay.
for good hockey in Oklahoma, UCO is really good, and there's usually always a fight.
Go.
And it's even better if you're over 21.
Oh, there we go. That's actually never been a problem for me though. Hey.
Hi, I'm Nolan. I really enjoyed the first two Shazam movies, but what would you want to see if there were to be a third one?
Yes, okay, I thought about this. And it will not happen the way that I want it to. I want to write it. And I want to make my part bigger. And I need more lines. And I'm sorry to be an egomaniac about this, but Zacharoo, take a nap, dude. Or do something different. I don't know. This guy sucks, okay? I love him. Okay, I gotta stop. He eats these giant bowls of food all day, and he breathes like a horse, and he talks all the time about like, oh, he knows everything about therapy, and I'm sorry, he's a good person.
I'm so excited for this to hit the internet.
But please! No, he's a good guy. No, God!
It's right there. It's right there.
It's okay, I'll get a call from him and he's like, Jack, you gotta start slowing your roll. Like your words too, they're too fast, buddy. You're not thinking, okay? I've had a lot of experience. I've had a lot. What was your question?
What is something you would want to see if
Oh, right.
there was
I want to be in the suit really badly. I want there to be a thing where like something happens where like I'm like in it the whole time. And like you know what'd be cool? This is a cool idea. So we kill Black Adam. That's the end, right? We kill Black Adam. We kill The Rock. It'll be epic. We won't let it happen because The Rock has to win. That's just like his whole thing. He has to win all the time. But I would be great if they we ran into Black Adam. He's like, we kill him or beat him up or whatever he's done, and then I get married to Wonder Woman. Oh, I mean Anne Rachel Zegler's character. Or just Rachel Zegler would be fine. I'd marry her. I love her so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Eddie Spaghetti.
Hey.
Hey.
So, I was wondering, what character has stuck with you the most after you were done?
This is really good. Okay, I got two answers, I think. One answer is probably Freddy. Me and him are probably just the most similar. I don't really have to do anything different to play him. Which also kind of makes me insecure because I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know if I'm even thinking about my intentions or like even focusing as an actor, like present to all the rules of the acting thing. And then I finish it, I'm like, I don't even know. But that's what's like, where's the line that I cross to play him? I don't know if I'm always him all the time. Or this show I did called VR, which was an HBO series that probably nobody saw in here, but I played this really troubled kid, and I didn't know how to be a normal person after that. I cut my hair, I got really immersed in this character, and I forgot who I was for about 7 months, on accident, really. And I was just super lost, and then afterwards I thought I was maybe a punk, or like an emo guy, or like grumpy all the time, and pissed at the world, and mean to my mom, which was bad. And I was grumpy in the moment. Then I got over it, and I realized I was the most ignorant I've ever been when I was as sad as I was for so long, but got through it, super duper cool. But it sent me into this crazy identity. I didn't know, because I think what happened was, I was going through this identity crisis at 15, which we all do at 15, right, or 16. And I'm like, who am I? What do I do? Am I cool? Am I weird? And so and then something happened where these lines got crossed in Italy, and the characters having an identity crisis. I was having an identity crisis. I couldn't figure out. I couldn't piece together. It became this weird cataclysm, but it was awesome, like a mosaic of emotions.
Alright, cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Sorry for answering that so long. Hello.
You mentioned we are who we are. I
Yeah.
wanted to talk more about like directors. So like Luca Guadagnino.
Uh-huh.
What is it like to work with specific directors? Do you have like a type of director that you prefer to work with
Yeah.
more, or like
Sure.
just anyone that you want to work with again?
Luca Guadagnino. I love him so much. He's genius. He's genius. And also one of his words he loves about genius. He just, the way he can exemplify an emotion so poetically, but so honestly and simply with like 5 words. And English isn't even his first language. But he's so cool and so genius, and it made me so uncomfortable so many times in a good way. Like, I had to be uncomfortable. And I mean, it's a very valuable life lesson. Like, life is mostly unpleasant. I mean, I don't know, that's my experience. And sometimes, like, life can be, there's more failure than you, most of the time, most people will experience more failure in their life than they will experience success. That's just unfortunate, sometimes real. But also, it inspires you to gain that success more, and it informs you, and to grow and better yourself and reach your greatest potential, which is a cool thing. The hell was I talking about? Guadagnino, he's awesome. Oh, I also want to work with Martin Scorsese. And Spike Jones. Yeah, and there's a few good ones. There's a bunch of great. What else do I like? I like the Coen Brothers a lot. I like Paul Thomas Anderson. Like Darren Aronofsky. Nagisa Oshima, is he still alive? Maybe. Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, that's a good movie. Or In the Realm of the Senses, a crazy movie. A lot of nudity. But I'm not watching it for the nudity, it's like just a beautiful movie. It's beautiful nudity, it's not gross nudity.
Thank you.
Or, yeah, sorry.
How you don't mind the makeup?
No, it's awesome.
Thank you.
I don't mind at all.
I forgot my question.
Oh.
Okay, what is your funniest or weirdest like fan experience you've had your entirety of your career?
When these freakish kids showed up in my garage at my house, that was so bad. Yeah.
Are you serious?
I was like 13, I got home from school, and I opened my garage, and there's kids in there. There's like this one girl, and then her like sister or something in my garage, and I was like, who are you? And they're like, we know you, Katie told us, who was Katie, and why are you, and then I got really mad, and I screamed at them. I screamed.
Did they know you from It or something?
Yeah,
Or?
I was 13. Oh, no, I was maybe 14. Life got really weird after It came out. I just immediately became famous as heck, and now I'm not famous anymore, which is fine. I'm actually kind of mad about it. But it was gnarly for a minute there.
Alright.
Thanks for showing up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
hi.
we actually met yesterday.
That's right, I remember you. Good to see you.
So,
It's your fun, Richard.
thank you. So, if you were to play a character in the MCU, which one would you want to play and which one would you be perfect for?
What's wrong? Okay. I really want to play, if they were to do like young Iron Man, God, that would be awesome. That'd be so awesome. I love Iron Man. I love Iron Man. I like Iron Man. Iron Man, please.
Iron is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a good question.
Hello.
Hey.
When it comes to acting the characters that you were assigned or whatever, did you have to like get to know the character, like how they act?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes. Okay, that show We Are Who We Are, that was talking like that kind of thing. I read the script every day. Many times.
It's like how the character is supposed to act in the
Sure.
comics or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I always use, I kind of find it impossible not to put my own spin on something. But my favorite actors, like Jack Lemmon or even Nicolas Cage or Al Pacino, these are people, or Robin Williams, or Jennifer Jason Leigh, or Julianne Moore or something, Denzel. I mean, there's people that here's my philosophy. I think there's like 7 ways in order to deliver a line properly that'll land right. There's maybe 7 or 8 ways. And then there's these people like Robin Williams or Jack Lemmon or, I don't know, Julianne Moore or whatever, Meryl Streep, who have this access to this subterranean knowledge, this subterranean risk or choice to make that nobody would ever think to do. Like, what about in Moonstruck when Nicolas Cage starts talking about his hands? He's like, what a weird way to do that. But it's awesome. Like, nobody does anything normal in real life. Real life is never normal. Like, nobody says things really normal all the time. People say things weirdly. Things are uncomfortable. And like, he's like, I almost lost my hands. And he gets, his cadence is genius, because it's weird. And maybe it's like, okay, he's doing too much, it's like a weird risk to take, but it's like, nobody would even think to do that. And I think people are cast every time for the right reasons. I might be sad that I didn't get a part or something, but it's like, no, you know what? Sonny Soldier deserved to be in the mid-90s. He's better than me at that. Or whatever. James Tremblay.
Well, so far you're making progress, so.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't even think I've burned the surface yet. I hope to keep doing this forever and ever and ever. And do more challenging stuff. And I have so much fun. It's always going to be a fight, you know? I always want more. I don't think I'll ever be fully gratified or satisfied. Unless I play Indiana Jones one day. Then I can die and just be happy for hopefully.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question is slightly more personal there to you.
Love the book.
I am a Stephen King fan, but have issues with clowns.
Yeah.
So, after you got done acting and working in it, was there ever a time that you had nightmares or any kind of phobia that ever came from that?
Yeah, nightmares about girls in my garage. No, you know what? Actually helped me get over my fear of like horror movies and clowns. I always kind of loved clowns. I never was scared of them. Like, I'd see it, people try to do a scary clown, like, well, how can they, it's not scary. Like, it's like a joke. It's like, clowns are funny. Like, clowns are, I have a weird perception of clowns. Like rodeo clowns, so my dad has been a bunch, my dad used to be a rodeo clown. I thought it was so cool. I was like, God, this guy, he gets his butt kicked. For people's entertainment, I love it. That's so cool. Getting in the barrel and like getting bucked around. And so I had respect for clowns. My dad also used to work at the circus. He has got all these great stories about getting peed on by a lion. These guys, these circus, you know what, actually they are kind of scary because they're all like ex-cons and like, let out of insane asylums and they are like fugitives and they have to wear makeup all the time and they sleep in their makeup and they pee in their pants and they're just like, messy guy. And they like flick cigarettes at my dad and because I was like, these guys are evil. I was like, that's so funny. That's even funnier than them doing like a funny thing. Like the fact that they're like trying to make kids laugh all day and then they go home and they're like cursing profanities and just saying horrible stuff and like having horrible diarrhea. And, it's hilarious. They're eating like hot wings all day. Eating cigarettes. It's great.
Wow.
Awesome.
Hello. So, I've seen you in.
I wasn't making fun of you. I just asked you.
In Luca, do you ever find? I know Silencio Bruno obviously is something that whenever I watched it with my cousin, she would constantly say it, and I would obviously say it at random times. Did you ever find yourself, or still find yourself, maybe yelling at or just telling yourself Silencio Bruno?
Yeah. Oh my God, it does work. I swear. I swear, I do it. But I don't want to do something like even laundry. I'll be like, Silencio Bruno, man. Do it. Do the laundry. Like,
try that.
It's great. No, it helps, Mom. I promise. Or like jumping up a cliff into ocean, into water, not like into a pane, like into a. If you're scared, like, okay, remember in Luca when they jump off the cliff into the, like that kind of thing? I said in Silencio Bruno, and you just have to say it, and seriously, it's awesome. It's like almost saying like, Vive la France, or like whatever, like Geronimo, or what the Tinge Turtles say? Cowabunga, yeah, cowabunga. Cool, thank you.
I also have another question from it too. Whenever you kicked Finn in the face,
I did?
I think.
Wow, I don't remember that.
Or were you not kicked him in the face, but I guess just.
Oh, in the hammock.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made that. I did that. He hated that.
I was gonna ask about that.
He hates feet. I think his two biggest fears. Oh, 3. Feet, bananas, and coyotes. Not even wolves. Coyotes are what freak him out. And bananas. I chased him around with a banana one time. He's like, dude, I swear to you. He used to like threaten me with a punching fist. I was like, dude, you're gonna hurt your fingers. He punched me like that. He's like, no, it hurt you. It's like a little knuckle. It'll hurt. So goofy, dude. Yeah. Hello. Hey, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. I just want to know, other than Shazam 1 and 2, what would be your favorite superhero movie?
To be in? Oh God, let me be Batman now. I want to be Batman. Okay, that's actually, I could die happy if I do Batman or Indiana Jones. They're reversible. Or interchangeable. I want to be a Batman.
Or what?
I will be a really good Batman, trust me. I promise. I won't let you guys down, I promise.
Or what movie have you seen that is your favorite?
Hold on, I'll answer that question in a second. I promise you, I wouldn't even be a funny Batman, I'll just be a really good Batman. It would be awesome. Please give me a chance. What favorite superhero movie? Batman 2, Batman Returns.
Yeah. Good answer.
Dude, oh my God, what a freaking awesome movie. Danny DeVito is the best human on. Danny DeVito came to my show. I just did a show in Los Angeles. I did Chicago. I played Billy Flynn, and he came to my show, dude. And I didn't know. So the kids came out first. One kid came out first, so they do the. And he's like, dude. And came backstage and he's like, guys, I think Danny DeVito's in the audience. And I was like, no, he's not. You're just like seeing a short old woman or something. And then I went out there and I saw, or I heard him laugh. And then I give him a little reference. So there's a thing, I was trying, I go, all I care about is love. That's what I'm here for. And I go this thing, and I go, ba, 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 ba. And then I go, and I said, Shibuya roll call. Because he says Shibuya roll call on an episode of It's Always Sunny. And he does a little dance. I love him so much. And he laughed, and he came up to me afterwards, he's like, really good job. Yeah, you did really good. I've seen Chicago on Broadway numerous times. He's awesome. He's so cool. He's so awesome. He's one of my heroes. Also in Get Shorty, he influenced me with, like, remember when he goes to the Ivy or the restaurant and he's like, always get something that's not on the menu. Like, I'm craving like a frappuccino or something. He's like, I'm getting one of those strawberry fraps or like an omelet or something. Get a bunch of omelets for the table. I'm so genius. I just love it. Also in War of the Roses, you ever seen that movie?
Yes.
Oh my God, the way he smokes cigarettes in that movie. Now, cigarettes or smoking is bad, but he like smokes cigarettes like I just love it. It's like nobody smokes like that, and it's such a funny way. It's a funny risk to take. You know, he's one of those actors I think too. Like nobody can do it like DeVito. By the way.
So that is our time. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you for hanging out with us. Before we go, do you have any last words for these folks here in Oklahoma City?
I just want to thank truly all of you. I go home after one of these things and I feel so fulfilled. Brings really a new meaning to my life. You all mean so much to me, wherever I am in the world. And but you all, the amazing thing about you is like you're each deeply special and idiosyncratic and unique individuals who have brilliant stories and brilliant lives. And to hear, I guess, my effect or whatever the movies that I've done, how they affect your lives. It touches me so much. It means so much to me. I mean, this is the reason I do this. And to be able to see the smiles and to hear the stories of whatever it is that it brings you comfort or whatever. It's like just a great reminder for me to keep doing this. It's like the greatest cherry on the greatest cake ever. And I wouldn't have any of this if it weren't for you, truly. And you bring me so much joy. And I love you.
So to commemorate this occasion, this Love Fest, if you guys want to come up by the stage, we're going to take a little stage selfie. Gather up, get close.
Oh my God.
Stay on this. From here, fill in this behind there.
The catch!
Everybody
share that with your brother.
Yeah, you want to fill in chair rows there, fill in.
Where do you display these pictures?
They're going to be main stage. There's right in front of the main stage.
I'm gonna do something now.
Yep.
Oh, you do whatever you want to do, sir.
All right, on the count of 3, everybody sing Silencio Bruno. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Silencio Bruno! Yeah, I will say
Bruno!
So
one more.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Silencio Bruno!
One more time.
What's wrong with you, stupido?
Let me jump that here real quick. Let me jump that.
One more. Say Batman on Ritalin.
Yeah. Adderall, actually.
1, 2, 3.
Batman on Adderall. My mouth is doing this right now. I do a bunch of different things the whole time.